Excuse me, guys. Hello, hello. Right. Let's see. Just mute my video on my other phone. Let's get the lighting right for a start. Morning, everyone. I hope you're all okay. Look at this little beauty. Adorable. Hi, Robin. How are you? I've got a little half cup of coffee here, so... Morning, Barbara. Hope you're all well. And if you're joining in this morning, be sure to share your creations on the group. Hi, Kirsty. Hi, Carol. Hope everybody's good. How cute is this, though? Yeah, I'm not bad today. I'm having a nice chilled day. Right, I need some Ferrero Rochers. And I've been good. I haven't eaten them. Ta-da! Hi, Jackie. How are you? It is cute, isn't it? It is adorable. Adorable, adorable. So, I do have a little template. Like so. I also have a PDF. However, if you're going to try this, try it using the live, share on the group, and then if you want a little copy of the free tutorial, I'll quite happily send you that, but you've got to share it on the group. You've got to share your make on the group first, and then you can have this for future reference. Yes, good, good. I can't believe I seen the first frost this morning. I was like, oh, get the heating right on. All the cars outside were all frosty. I'm going to have to start putting my car in the garage. I need to move all my empty craft boxes and delivery boxes out the garage first because it's chock-a-blocka. Oh dear. Right. So, what we're going to need is Ferrero Rochers. We need a 1.5 circle punch or a circle die that will fit inside a 2-inch diameter, and you want room, so it's got to be small enough that you can get room to stick your acetate in. So yeah. Oh, just fixing my hot water bottle at my back here. Toasty, toasty. I've got my electric fire on as well. Don't tell the husband. I have a little, tiny little 1/2-inch circle punch that I use for the little thumb notch here. Right, so we need designer series paper, or patterned paper as you know it, and you can actually get 2 boxes out of a 12 by 12 sheet. So that was the other half when I made this little box. I've only made this once, guys, so if I make any little boo-boos, bear with me. Right, let's see now. What side should I use? I'm not going to use a pattern directional side. Let's see. I think I will use this one. Nice, nice blue. Barbara's saying there was a flurry of snow in East Lothian. Oh, I saw that actually. You wrote that. Robin's waiting for nice spring weather. It's more like winter here in Australia. Lots of flooding. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Brilliant. So if you've got any questions, just pop them up and we will answer as we go. Right, so you need a trimmer. Now, if anybody's got a trimmer, depending on the paper you use, it is a good idea just to run your pokey tool down your little guide thing there to remove any excess paper and dust and stuff. So, right, so are you ready? I don't know why I'm all singing today, because I think it's maybe because it's Friday. Right, so we're going to chop down a piece of patterned paper. Now, a little tip, if it's thinner patterned paper, don't score too hard in case you go right through your paper. You can use this, you can make this with coloured cardstock as well, or you could stamp on some card and then cut it up you know, make your own pattern. So we want it to be 6 by 8 3/4, 8 3/8, sorry. So 1, 2, 3. Now 3/8 is in between 1/4 and 1/2. So, okay, so I've got this bit here, which is going to be scored and cut down like this. So I will try and reference this as we go if you're crafting along. Now I am going to use my scoreboard, my Simply Scored, because for 3D projects I do like to use it. Right, let me see if I'm in shot properly. I'll get a little drink of my coffee. It needs to be over slightly. That's fine. Right, so alongside, let me push this back slightly. Alongside to the top, get this little scoring tool off the bottom. This is really handy. It also has markers in here that you can take out and pop in the little guides here, especially if you're batch making things. Hi Steph, how are you? Right, so we want to score, and I've got my guide to the left side of me there. We want to score at 2, 4, 6 and 8. So that's really easy. So 2, 4, 6 and 8. And this is going to be the little tuck-in section. I'm taking mother shopping at 10:30. Oh, no worries. Make sure you have a little go though, honey. So we've scored it at 2, 4, 6 and 8. We're going to just turn it once. So short side at the top, and we are going to score at 2, 4, 2 and 4. 2 and 4. Like so. I don't know if you can see the score lines very good. However, I will reference the other one. So that is, that's all we need to do for the scoring. Right, so I'm going to pop this here. So we're going to have the little tuck tab over to the left. Okay, so it needs to be this way that we're cutting it. You want to fold and burnish all your lines. I really need to get a secure desk mat for my desk because I feel like this is getting all chipped and what have you. Okay, so we're just folding and burnishing all the bits. Like so. Can you see that in the image there? I'm just trying to get a good view for you. Give me a wee second. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. Right, so what we want to do first is we are going to cut away the pieces that we don't need. Okay, so follow me. You've got your smallest score section to the left there. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut through the first score line down to the second. Okay, so this is going to be the wee flap here. These two sections we need to cut down, and they're going to have little tuck tabs, like so. Okay. Ta-da! Let me get my smaller scissors. Oh, did you get your Happy Meal? Oh, that's brilliant, Steph. Brilliant. Glad it arrived. Right, we need to just wedge our little flaps slightly. Okay. Oh, come on, don't be shy. So you can see how this is going to come together. Okay, what we need to do now is we are going to cut up the two score lines at the bottom. And I'm just going to take a tiny little wedge off, just to avoid any bulking. What's everybody's plans to do? Right, so I'm just taking a little wedge off the edges, like so. Oh, Steph has tonight's dinner bubbling away in the slow cooker. I saw you wrote that yesterday. That's amazing. It's great to be organised. Right, flip it upside down and do the same with the other side. Okay, so we're just cutting up. We're just wedging the little doodah bits here. Just be careful if it's light paper, because it's sometimes hard to actually see your score line. Perfect. Right, so what we're going to do now, that is the shape of the box. What we want to do now is we want to take a circle out of this piece. Okay, and if you want it kind of spot on, what you can do is you can measure an inch in. So there's an inch, and then measure an inch in, because it's a 2-inch diameter. Like so. So that's going to be the centre. Okay. Now when we punch out the circle, we want to punch closer to the bottom, because we need to leave a wee bit here for our thumb notch. So that's centred there. We just want to go a little smidgen down. Like so. Can you see that? How this bit's thinner than this bit. And then we're going to get our little baby one. And we are just going to put a little thumb notch in here. Ta-da! Super duper! Super duper! So remember, there's two parts to this box. There's the box and then there's the little insert bit. Okay, but we'll do the insert bit next. And what we need now is a little bit of acetate. I just happen to have a wee bit sitting there, that's good. Because I forgot to look it out. Oh, do you not feel peoply today? Well, husband was wanting me to go to, now this needs to measure just under 2 inches, guys. 2 inches squared, this bit of acetate. He was wanting me to go and try and have a shot at the carpet bowls, but I said no, I just want to stay in all weekend. One of my friends has got a hen night tomorrow night, but I just can't do walking about the pubs, so I'm going to have to just miss it, which is absolutely fine. Right, we're going to attach the acetate. Okay, so all you want to do is put thin red tape around the inside at the circle. Now let me grab mine. Where is it? I shifted my stuff around a wee bit. Where are you? What have I done with my red tape? Oh, I know, I've put it in a big box. Right, I'm going to leave that sitting there now for a wee second while you catch up. I'm just going to grab my tape, guys. Found it. So I've had to shift all my album making materials like red tape and things like that into a bigger box. Right, so very thin tape. I do have tearing tape, that's my Stampin' Up brand, that I could use, and I could cut that in half to make it thinner, but I'm just, for quickness today, I'm just going to use this one. So it's a bit footery because it is a bit thin. Okay, so you just want to pop that on the inside. Does anybody else get days that they're not very peoply? I know I certainly do. Because I work from home and I'm in my craft room a lot, you actually get used to your own company, but luckily on this group and what have you, we've got good company and catch-ups and things like that, so it doesn't make you feel as lonely sitting at your craft desk all by yourself. I think a lot of people will understand that. Right, okay, So we need a little pokey tool. And just remove the backing of the very staticky red tape, like so. Dun, 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 dun. Brilliant. And we're just going to place this on. Now it does give it a good little burnish. It does overlap your little thumb notch, but that's fine. Just watch your eyes when you're doing this though, because it goes flying. And there is a little window. If you wanted, you could stamp with stays on that. The lovely Gemma done a project recently and we stamped on the acetate with stays on it, and it was really, really nice. I'm going to try and make sure that I do some more of those kind of projects this week. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to glue the box together. So this is going to be the top of the box. Okay, so we're going to glue in like this and like this. It is like a double walled, a double panelled box, but it just gives it a little bit extra strength, and I can't find my glue. Oh, I've got it, I've got it. Dee 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 dee. Is everybody still here? Are you all? I hope you are quiet because you're joining in. That would be awesome. Okay, don't put the glue too close to the edge. We're just going to marry up the sides like that. Oh, brilliant! Still here. That's good. Oh, I always worry when nobody's talking, but that could be a good thing if you're crafting along. Oh, brilliant! Carol's enjoying it. Robin's still here. Fab. Say hi if you're here. Don't be shy. Now you can either glue that on the inside or you can glue it to the outside. Okay, I am going to actually glue it to the inside, like so. So, wet glue. Some people prefer to use tape when they're doing projects like this. So just marry up the edges. Wet glue is good because it gives you a little bit of wiggle room. And you can get your bone folder and just give it a little press down. Get rid of any little air bubbles. Okay, just make sure your little flaps are going over okay. Make sure that your lid closes. Now, one thing you need to do is you need to take a little smidgen off the edge of the lid. Just a tiny little bit so that it can manoeuvre in it a little easier. Like so. And you'll see that the lid doesn't overlap the section here. We wouldn't leave you. Oh, bless. Thank you, because talking to yourselves quite hard sometimes. You'll see that the little flap, the little tuck-in bit doesn't overlap with your window. Now, my window isn't centred, but it's alright, it still looks nice. So that is our box. We're going to do the little insert now. So we need the same patterned paper, 3 by 3 inches. So once you've cut it in 6 by 6, you've cut it in half at 6. That'll do one project. You've got this little offcut for when we made the box. So this needs to be 3 by 3. So I am going to trim it. If you didn't want to use patterned paper for the inside, you could use a solid coloured paper, but it will overlap slightly at the bottom of the acetate window, you see. I don't know if you can see it on this one, but it's nice to see that it's actually sitting in something. Right, now this one is the tricky one because we're working with 16ths. So we need to score, and can you see my tutorial? I've got the little, I've done all the little diagrams and what have you for you. 9/16 of an inch on all 4 sides. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's one tiny bit after the 1/2 inch. And that's just so it snuggles into the box nice. The dark blue paper, which one is that? This is, you've got that. That's the gnome paper. This gorgeous one. Sure, you've got that, honey, haven't you? Right, so you want to do that on all 4 sides. So it's the first tiny little 16th after the 1/2 inch. Now have I done all 4 sides? Not got one more to do. Like so. Oh, that moved slightly. Just be careful. Line it up. Pop that down. And that holds it where it should be. Oh, hi Mandy. Nice to have you here. Yes, you do. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Right, now, we're going to use our punch again. And we're going to go into the middle of the middle. I don't know if you can see that. If you fold and burnish, you'll see it coming together. So we need to mark the middle of this. So what I'll do is I will use, just for easiness for you, I'll use a ruler. Okay, and I'll go from the centre to the centre. Oh, that was a bit wobbly. Wobbly hands today. Centre to the centre. So this is the centre here. You see what I've done there? And I could rub that out. So, come on, don't be shy. I think that looks pretty centred, doesn't it? There's not much room, so do try and get it centred. Come on, out you come. There we go. There we go. And you can get a rubber and rub this out. I think I've got a rubber here. Always handy to have a pencil case. I have had this pencil case for years. That pencil case must be at least 15 years old. When I was younger, because I still work in an office, when I was younger working in an office, I had a thing for stationery, you see. Oh, look, there's my little fake candle. Right, I need to leave that out because you could actually use that in this project as well if you want. Oh, it's amazing what you find. There's a battery in there. Oh, there's another little candle. I'm so glad that I found them. I was hunting for them when I was doing Gemma's project. Right, anyway, so let's cut. We're going to cut up the score line. Okay? I'll show you this here. Can you see that? And then we're just going to take a little wedge off each of the glue tabs. So you're just rotating it round and you do that 4 times. Like so. These are perfect for at the table at dinner. Or you could use these and make a countdown to Christmas. You can make 12 of them, put 12 different gifts in them, and make a larger box. I want to actually try and make a countdown to Christmas kind of like album that's got 6 boxes and 6 boxes. So I might try and do that this weekend when I'm home alone. Right, okay, so we're going to just glue this together. So you're just going to fold in all the glue tabs. If I go out of shot, please shout at me. Carol said, yeah, teacher's gift, great idea. I'm sure I've made something like this and actually hung it on the tree for the boys a few years back. But if you use thick paper, you can stock them up again and again if you're using them for in your house. Or if you maybe go to bingo or something, you can make some for your friends at bingo. You can pop them in with little thank you gifts for friends as well if you're posting out. They might get a bit bashed though. These ones are probably better hand delivered, as they say. Right, so this goes in here. She says. and it is just a little snug fit because that's why we've done the 16s. So can you see that? Now it does move about, so what I would recommend is in the 4 corners you could put a glue dot, or you could put a little tiny bit of wet glue, which I'm going to do. Just 4 dots in the corner, and then we'll obviously need to press and hold this in for a few seconds till that dries. And the reason we need glue dots that I put in the supply list is to secure this in so that you can see it in the window, because that moves about as well sometimes. Come on. Right. How cute is that? Now I've got a little gap here, but it's absolutely fine. I'll just add some more glue. What I would say though is be patient and give the box a chance to, the glue to kind of set. Isn't it adorable? Now if you wanted to put a ribbon in the top, we could maybe do that actually. What I'll do is I'll make this a hanging one. So let me show you. What can I use? I don't know. I think I would need to use a little craft knife. Now if you've not got a craft knife, you could just close it up and secure it with a ribbon, but I'm just going to step it up a little bit for us today. So let me get my craft knife. And you want to use this on a protective surface. So I'm just going to use this on here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little slit in it, like that. Oh, this is exciting. This is exciting. So I've popped a little slit in it. I need to get ribbon that coordinates, and what we'll do is we're going to stick it down on the lid and then we're going to cover it so you can't see the ribbon bit. Ribbon, ribbon, ribbon. Now this is the ribbon that actually coordinates with this sweet double stitched ribbon. It's really nice. So you need to decide on how long you want your little tabby bit. Great for a Christmas dinner tablet for each of your guests. Yes, definitely. Definitely. Right, I am going to cut. Now I need to get my new scissors. These are my ribbon scissors and I've been really good. I've popped a bit of ribbon on it so that I know that these are only for ribbon. Look at that. Keeps them nice and sharp. The other ones I've got are for paper and stuff like that. So they're away. I've cut my ribbon. Go me. Right, so pop that aside. Like I say, give it a go, and if you share it on the group, that would be great, and then I can organise for you to get the actual PDF. I could send it to you, email or what have you, if you want it. Right, I'm just feeding this through the now, like so. Oh, where's the other bit? Come on, don't be shy. Right. So it's going to be like this. What's everybody saying? Wrap the ribbon around it and put a loop on top. Your lid might open. Oh, yeah, good point. Good point. So you could do that and then add some ribbon. Let me add some red tape on here. Yes, good point. If it's something heavy in it, it might open the lid. You could always put a little glue dot to secure it. However, more ribbon's pretty, isn't it? Hi, Carol. Stephanie, these snips are amazing. I've got 3 pairs because I'm greedy. Because I is greedy. You know what it's like. If you're reaching for something and you can't find it, if you've got a spare one there, even better. Right. So, we are just going to pull this out a little bit. Right, I'm just going to pop that ribbon on there. I'm wondering what the fan noise is, but it's my electric fire that's on. I'll pop that there. And again, off of that 6x12, we've still got a little excess piece here. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut that down to just under 2 inches squared, and we're going to line the lid. Like so. So I'm going to put lots of glue on this, namely around the edge. Carol saying, good morning, late is my got your car back. Oh, did you have car troubles, hun? That's not so good. Not so good. I'm only driving once a week now when I have to go to the office. Ta-da! Right, let's see. Now, empty, it's not going to open. Might not open with this in it. However, like I said on the wee chat thing, if you wanted to put a little, what do you call it, a little bath bomb in it. Look at this. This fits perfect in there. Those little candles. Look at that. Will I turn my light out so you can see better? Look. Cute, eh? So there's lots of ideas. Doesn't need to be just for, come on, get back on light. Doesn't need to be just for, or was that a repair job? Oh, brilliant. So these fit in perfect. You can get little bath bombs. They would look nice hanging on the tree. Right, so Ferrero Rocher is going to sit in like this. Ta-da! So what I want to do is I want to put a little glue dot on the bottom, or maybe 2, so that it actually sticks. Because this other one was flapping about, and I thought, oh, can't have that. You can't be having that. So just want to put a couple. Oh, that one just went pinging and landed on my boob. Right, you need to make sure that you remove it from your fingers and stuff. Oh dear. Hi, Vanda. Sun has just even popped out back to give cats a drink, and it's cold. Oh yes, Steph, it is freezing. It is freezing. I can actually feel my, because I've got all the heating on and the heaters, I can actually feel my cheeks burning up a little bit. Right, I'm just pushing that in there. Ta-da! Isn't that cute? Adorable. Now, I think we need to finish it off with a little sentiment. Now, I'm being very good because when I'm designing projects, I'm doing a PDF, I'm doing a template, so that if I was to revisit it, say next Christmas, it's going to be a little bit easier for me to do, rather than try and reinvent the wheel, as they say. So it's a good way to kind of categorise. Right, let's put a little sentiment on it. I think this one's okay for just having the notch at the top. If it was thinner ribbon, I probably would wrap it around, because this is quite thick. I'm not wanting to risk squishing my wee box. Whereas this one, look, this is what Carol's saying, you could loop it at the top, and that would be adorable as well. You can see I've put a little tag on that one. But this one, I'm going to use a retired punch, which is the everyday label punch, I think this is. But you could just cut a little bit of, you could cut a little bit of cardstock by hand. Right, I need a bit of white card. I did have some to hand. And remember, if you're getting, where can I get the PDF? I'll send you, and if you send me a message, I can email it to you. But you've got to try it, and you've got to share it on the group, though. You've got to share it on the group. If you're making little gifts, be aware of little packages and that you're getting. I'm trying to think, for instance, you know how sometimes if you get a box of sweeties and there's a window in it, take it out and upcycle the acetate. This is a recycled bit. I normally use my window sheets from Stampin' Up, which are really, really thick. But for these little gifts, people are probably going to throw them away. So I'm just being budget friendly for myself here. Right, anyway, stop waffling on, Tricia. So I need a Christmas sentiment, or it could be a thank you sentiment. Now, I've got a new stamp set. Look at this. Love you, miss you. Love you, mean it. Thinking of you. But I'm not using that. It's just gorgeous. I've also got this new stamp set. That's gorgeous. Right. I need a sentiment that is going to fit inside this. So let me try this handmade wishes. So let me have a little look at the sentiments. We could do handmade, baked for you, to and from. Nope, I'm not going to use that one. Right, where is my penguin ones? No, my gnomes. It's not penguins, it's gnomes, Tricia. It's gnomes. Right, so I could use this one that says Warm Wishes. Okay, this is all went all over the place, so get that. It's adorable, look. I haven't played with that enough in terms of actually stamping and colouring, which I find very therapeutic. I know Carol done some colouring recently. Okay, I need ink. So I'm going to use, I'm not going to use Banny Blue or Pool Party. I'm going to go up a colour, which is Pacific Point. This is gorgeous. Watch the fingers though. That's all I'll say. Watch your little fingers. Dab, dab, dab. You don't need a lot. I'm just going to stamp it down. Look at that. Love it. Wash this straight away because, like I say, it's a really strong colour. The blue. There we go. All nice. If you don't have a chamois, guys, you need to get one. They're very cheap. I think they're only £6. Put them in a CD, DVD case. Keep them damp, and it's quickness for cleaning your stamps. And you can wash it in the washing machine. Or just rinse it in the sink, because our inks are water-based. There we go. Right, I'm going to punch this out. There we go. Imagine how many labels you'd get out of that one wee sheet. So here it's here. Warm Wishes. And you can pop it across to hide that little step if you want. Or you could put it across the top. Where do you think I should put it? Middle or towards the bottom? I'll let you guys decide while I look out some sparkly things. And I'm going to use sequins. I'm going to use a little bit of gold sequins on this because there's gold on the Ferrero Rocher. And I'm dying to get... will I use gold? Yeah, I will use gold. Bottom. Brilliant. That's good. I shall put it on the bottom. And I will raise it up with some of our mini dimensionals because it just gives it a little bit more 3D-ness about it. And I'm really grateful for being able to come on and show you guys how to do this because, one, it keeps me crafting and being creative, and it also allows me to share my passion of inspiring others. So I appreciate that. Long time. Right, okay, let's go in here. Oh, I like that. I like it. Time for some bling. Look, go me. I've already used one full sheet of the iridescent ones. Normally I kind of hoard my embellishments. Oops. Because they're so pretty. Right, just be careful. Don't push too far and damage your box like I nearly did. I'm just going to put 2 there. How sweet is that? You know what would be pretty as well if you were to emboss that with gold? That would be nice. Look what am I like. Waving that around like it's a weapon. Just be careful because they're very jaggy. Very jaggy. So, I hope you like it. Please do give it a try. Give it a try. Pop it on the group. Let us see that you've been creative today or later on, and then let me know and I'll send you a copy of the PDF with the instructions in it. For this, the instructions aren't for that, so if you want to do more with the wee tab, you'll need to look back the video, which will be stored on the group forever. Okay, so the tutorial's for this little one, but it's the same measurements, it's just a different closure, that's all. Well, I hope you all like that. I'm going to go and get a fresh coffee now. And I am going to have the most beautifulest bubble bath ever. and then I am going to just relax all weekend. Brilliant. Okay, please remember, share on the group though, guys. By sharing on the group, there's more chance of getting the monthly top contributor as well. Actual posts rank you higher than commenting. Commenting's good as well because you're supporting people. But posting all your projects is really good. So, yeah. And I'll see you in the next live. Thanks, guys. Have a nice Friday. Ta-ra.